it's just one thing, and I've always been asked that question, right? And I've pondered it so much, right? And at the end of the day, it's God. It's my faith. That's the biggest one. Number one thing is my faith. The other one is it's hard work, discipline, right, and persistence, and never giving up. That I've been through so much throughout this industry. I've lost so many friends. I've lost a lot of family because of the business, and just so many barriers along the way that if you don't have the faith, the persistence, the hard work, and the discipline, you'll quit. So I think those are the things that's kept me on there. But number one is God and my faith.
Hey guys, welcome back to Driven Channel. I'm here with a very special guest here. You own a lot of restaurants, Mexicano, right?
Mexicano, sí es.
So Ivan, just to start off, for people that don't know who you are, you're an entrepreneur and you've started all these restaurants and you've grown them. And where did the whole idea of you becoming a restaurant owner happen? Because I know you've helped a lot of people also with tips on and you like to mentor other people on the restaurant industry. How did you start these restaurants? Mm-hmm. Was it one before the other, or how was the start?
Well, I was in sixth grade when I had a dream about opening a restaurant. My first restaurant was actually in San Diego, California. It's called El Encinal. Mm-hmm. El Encinal Mexican food. That restaurant was a failure within the first 3 months, and that's where the Buffalo spot was born out of. And that's where the empire kind of grew from, was from El Encinal Mexican food.
And then which one? Because I know you have Taco Mesa Cantina.
Taco Masa.
Taco Masa Cantina, the Buffalo spot, and Blue Burro.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And there's a fourth one, or is it those three?
It's those three. I also have a Mighty Bird's Breakfast House.
Okay. And the one that you would say is the most popular one, which one would it be? Because I know that a lot of celebrities go to your restaurants. Is there a reason for that, or how did it become that popular?
It's kind of tough to say. Each brand has its own uniqueness to it. Yeah. But my biggest brand is the Buffalo spot. That's my baby. That's where the whole empire grew from, right? But right now, one of my most successful brands is actually Taco Masa Cantina. That's where a lot of the celebrities are going. We have very unique margaritas, and it's just we're known for our Tijuana-style tacos, right? I'm from Tijuana, Baja California. My family is from there. And we just brought those flavors down to California, and it's worked out very, very good. So we're getting a lot of celebrities down there. You
told me that your restaurant, because I told you about a restaurant or a taco place that I used to go in Tijuana.
Yeah, you did mention.
And it tastes different, like the meat over there in Tijuana.
Correct.
Or in Mexico, in general, tastes different than the tacos here. Because every time I go have tacos here, mm-hmm. like for example, there's other restaurants here that are also Mexican, and they're very popular and they're like hot spots, but I don't feel like it's authentic Mexican food. Right. It tastes more like Americanized food.
Right.
And every time we would go to Tijuana, we would go to the taco place right there because it tastes like real Mexican tacos. So it's weird, but mm-hmm. it tastes Mexican.
Right.
And here the places don't taste Mexican. So I remember I told you that, and you said, "Hey, my taco place tastes better than the Mexican place that I went to over there in Tijuana."
It does.
So how did you do that? Why can't everybody do that? Because I know that like all my Mexican family, they're like, nah. They can't, the Mexican restaurants here, it can't taste like the Mexican restaurants because it's different meat. Is there a truth to that? Because you're the expert. Is there a truth to that, or how do you do it?
There is some truth to that, but at the end of the day, it's the cooking process. Most taquerias in Tijuana, they cook al carbón, and that's how we cook here. It's al carbón. We don't cook with the gas stove. And at the end of the day, un buen taco es una buena salsa, and we have some great salsas in our taqueria. So at the end of the day, it's the cooking process that makes the big difference, and that's what we have here. It's a big expense because just the al carbon equipment is like 15 grand just for one item, right? One of the equipments. So it is a big expense. I would see why nobody would do that investment, to be honest. And it requires a special type of a hood also.
So it's a little bit more expensive?
It is a lot more expensive, actually.
Got it. And these restaurants, can you tell us where each of them is located?
I mean, the Buffalo spot, we have locations in Arizona, Las Vegas, Texas,
So you're
California.
nationwide.
That's more regional. And then when it comes to Taco Masa, we have our first location in Long Beach and the second one in Cypress, California. And Blue Burro is also in Long Beach.
Got it. And these locations are all, is it kind of like a restaurant? Is it more smaller? Like, do you have any fast food type, or is it like a full family restaurant?
Yeah, when it comes to the Buffalo spot and Blue Burro, is more of a quick service restaurant, but the Cantina, Taco Masa Cantina, is more of a sit down and enjoy your drinks and your tacos, right? So that's kind of the concept we have for the Taco Masa Taqueria Cantina.
That's the one with the margaritas that are
exactly.
Good. Yeah,
exactly. Handcrafted margaritas.
Do you have a special recipe for the margaritas?
Yeah, we do. I can't share it, but yeah, we do.
Okay. So Ivan, when did celebrities start visiting your spot? Because I know that a celebrity went there, and another one went there, and then more started going there, and then that also kind of costed it kind of made it a hotspot of its own.
Yeah.
Was there like something that cost the first celebrity to go there? I don't want to mention any names, but I'm sure you could say a few names of people that have been there.
Yeah, definitely. I had Chiquis come out, and after that, Larry Hernandez came out, Andy Ruiz came out, we got Kevin Ortiz that came out, Luis Coronel. So they just started coming out, and honestly, they were very happy with the food and the drinks, and it just became like a hub of celebrities, a location where they could come and have fun and be taken care of, right? And honestly, I have really good relationships with all of them right now. So it's been a very successful restaurant for Taco Masa Cantina for sure.
And the restaurant has been in business for how many years?
The Taco Masa Cantina has been in business for 2 years, but we just opened the Cypress location around three months ago. And Buffalo Spot brand, we've been in business 9 years.
9 years. 9 years. That's the one that's been the longest?
Exactly. Yeah.
And how did you grow these all these? How did you go from one to a second one to a third one to a fourth one?
Yeah.
Because I know the restaurant industry is a very challenging industry. There's like a lot of competition. There's a lot of people that they want to open up the restaurants, and a lot of the restaurants I've seen, sometimes they open and then they're gone in 6 months, in a couple of years, in a year. What has allowed you to be successful in this industry?
You're right. The restaurant industry is very tough, to be honest. But it's to me, I bootstrapped my way into the business, like I mentioned. El Encinal Mexican food, I felt within 3 months. It was a big learning experience for me.
Yeah.
But from there, I think the key is that as business owners, we got to understand that in the restaurant industry, a full bill that's going to cost you like $300 to $75, even up to $1 million, right? But a unit like ours is like $375,000. But the best way to get away from that, you do a second generation space, right? What does that mean? It's an existing restaurant that goes out of business. So that's what I did. That was my model for the first couple of units. My first Long Beach location cost me $21,000 to open. From there, I went to my Compton location, $15,000. And once I opened my Compton location, the business took off. An investor came in. He wanted to open 2 locations. And after that, the franchising model came after that, right? From there, obviously, I don't do investors no more. I learned a lot from that process and that experience. But just the bootstrapping and the second generation space was second generation investment was the key to my success at the end of the day. It was a really good business model.
So you said there's some other restaurants that are struggling, and then you go there and you take over, and then they become yours?
Like you said, they go out of business. So when they go out of business, I have my real estate team look for those locations, and I grab them, and it's just like flipping homes, right? Or you grab a location, you just fix it up, and you open it, and hopefully it's successful, right? In my end, that has been the tool to success, is the second generation space.
What did you learn from investors taking on? Why don't you like doing that anymore?
To me personally, if you do end up doing an investor, make sure they understand at least the industry that you're in. They got to understand. And my industry was restaurants, right? P&Ls, food costs, labor. If they don't understand that, you got to understand that in the restaurant industry, the margins are very low. And when somebody comes out from the outside and thinks that they're going to make a lot of money, that's where the problems start happening, right? Also partners, right? You got to understand that the partners that you do bring on board, you got to have the same vision, right? Who's going to do what on the operating agreement? Make sure everything's there very clear. It's super important. So I had very bad experiences, and I also had one or other good experience, but I'd rather just stay away from investors and partners, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's one of the things, one of my models that I follow. If there's anybody here that's watching this and they're thinking about opening a restaurant, what is your take on this? Are you open to help others start their restaurants, or do you see it as, I don't want to help people open restaurants because it's going to be more competition to me? How do you see that?
No, I see it the opposite way. When I was growing my company, I didn't get much help from a lot of people. It was very few people, and they know who they are.
Why do you think so?
Because there's a lot of haters, man. Honestly, people don't want to see you grow a lot of the times, and they see it that way. Competition. I see it the other way. The more competition, the better. It makes you step up your game, to be honest. Or when it comes to real estate, you want more competition. It just creates more of atmosphere. People want to go to that center, right? So I look at it a little bit different, but I'm always looking to help people, and I always am helping people when it comes to the restaurant industry.
And for newcomers, if they want to learn, I know you're thinking about it. You might open some sort of training where you might be willing to help people.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of doing some online courses. It's in the works. I'm still not 100% sure because of my time is very limited.
Yeah.
But it's something that's one of my passions, is just to help entrepreneurs and especially restaurateurs, knowing how difficult the industry is, that I think I want to give out some help out there for those people, to be honest. It's a very tough industry, and the help is very much needed at times.
Now, Ivan, your restaurants, you have scaled them to a good revenue. It's a big number, and I don't see a lot of restaurant owners that are able to grow it this fast, this quick, because it's only 9 years, you said, right? 9 years?
9 years.
Some restaurants have been around for 20, 30, 40 years, and they're not doing the same revenue you are doing. What do you attribute that success to? Do you think it's your creativity? You have to have hard work ethic, but what do you think it is? Do you think it's the creativity, the taste? Is it that a lot of famous people go eat there, and that makes more people want to eat there? What would you say is what's made your business so successful in such a short time?
You know,
because you make me want to open up a restaurant now.
Definitely. It's just one thing, and I've always been asked that question, right? And I've pondered it so much, right? And at the end of the day, it's God. It's my faith. That's the biggest one. Number one thing is my faith. The other one, it's hard work, discipline, right? And persistence, and never giving up. That I've been through so much throughout this industry. You know, I've lost so many friends. I've lost a lot of family because of the business, and just so many barriers along the way, that if you don't have the faith, the persistence, the hard work, and the discipline, you'll quit. So I think those are the things that's kept me on there. But the number one is God and my faith. That's really what it is, to be honest.
Got it. And then the taste, the food, like you said, the margaritas, the special recipes.
Yeah.
Who created those recipes, and is there somebody behind that?
It's really me. I'm very creative. I like being in the kitchen. I like creating all that. I like creating the branding. So I'm the one that's mostly direct in contact with all that. I'm in charge of that area of the business. Yeah.
So you know how to cook? You cook?
I wouldn't say I know how to cook. I just know how to invent a lot of the plates and etc. and the recipes. And then I get my cooks to do it for me. So I have a great team. I couldn't do it without my team.
Got it. So a couple of things, Ivan. If somebody wants to go like have maybe a family experience and they want to have some drinks, some margaritas, you would recommend the Cantina?
I would highly recommend the Cantina. Sorry, Tacomasa Cantina.
And if they want to eat like, if they don't want to drink but they want to eat the best food, is there another location you would recommend, or is all the food good in all the places?
It just depends where you're in the mood for, right? We have in the Buffalo spot, we have our world famous buffalo fries. They're super good. And then in Blue Burro, we have our burritos, shakes, and fries. In Tacomasa, if you want Tijuana tacos, you go to Tacomasa and good margaritas, right? So in all my concepts, we're very big on hospitality and the guest experience. So you'll get that same feel from all my brands, definitely.
What can people expect from you in the next 5 years or 3 years? Do you plan on being everywhere in the United States? Do you plan on expanding? I don't know if you have locations in Mexico. Not yet, right?
Not yet.
Are you planning on going to Mexico or what are you planning on selling them, or what are you planning on doing with your restaurants?
So I don't have an exit strategy. I personally don't believe in one. I plan on passing this down to my kids. I plan on building an empire just for my family. Leave them with a legendary empire, right, from his dad, right. But at the end of the day, I plan on growing nationwide first, and then from there maybe go international. So nationwide within the first 5 to 10 years. Right now, we're more of a regional brand when it comes to the Buffalo spot.
Yeah, because we were talking about this, and there isn't really, like, Mexican food will never go away because it's one of the best
That's right.
tasting foods, and everybody likes Mexican food,
especially authentic.
Yeah. I think that's your blue ocean strategy. There's not a lot of authentic Mexican food.
I plan on being the in and out of taquerias.
Okay. Privately owned,
clean, great customer service. I have so much respect for those brands, right? In and Out, Chick-fil-A, Pal Sudden Service, and we're all about hospitality. Are we there yet? No, we're not, but we're definitely we're that's kind of our aim. That's our goal, right?
You're open Sundays, right?
And actually, no, in Taco Masa Cantina, I close Sundays.
Oh, you close Sundays?
Yes.
Like Chick-fil-A?
Like Chick-fil-A. Yeah. I do it for my team. They deserve a day of rest. The restaurants are super busy.
Yeah.
So I decided to close for them, to be honest.
Awesome. And then one last thing, Ivan, the restaurants, when you say go international, are you talking about Mexico, or are you thinking of going like beyond Mexico?
I'm thinking of going beyond Mexico, but it would be Mexico first, probably. But I'm talking about probably 10 years out, right? I want to focus first national and in the U.S.
Is there anything you want to share here with people that are watching this that, they don't know you, they just came across Ivan, and something about your restaurant were something that you're proud of, that you've done, that I know you said a few things already, but something that would want to make everybody go to your restaurant because of something that you're just really proud of?
Yeah, I mean, we're very proud of our hospitality and our guest experience. I highly recommend you guys come try us out. But I really want to share the importance of not quitting and keep going. The background I come from a broke environment, right? My mom had to work 2 jobs, 4 brothers, single. We didn't have a dad. So if a kid from San Isidro in Tijuana, Baja California made it, I think anybody can make it. You just, like I said, you just got to have the faith, the hard work, the discipline, and never quitting. It's very important. That persistence is super important. So just if you're going to take anything from this this podcast, just make sure you understand that anybody could do it, and just work very hard and don't quit. Super important.
So where do we want to send people right now? Because I want to give people like a bonus or something. If they go to your restaurant, they take a picture. What do you think, Steph? What do we send them?
That means you go to at Taco Masa Cantina, right? Follow us there first, and
get a margarita.
Get a margarita. The margarita you want to buy is the sandia, the watermelon margarita, and the michelada de sandia. Super good. So I highly recommend those. That's actually our best seller, the michelada margarita and sandia.
Okay, awesome. We'll do that. And what I want to do is like go there, and the first 5 people that go there and send us a picture, tag Ivan Flores, tag me, and then we're gonna send you a gift. I think maybe we'll send them a Driven hat, Driven shirt, maybe a hoodie. I don't know. I'm gonna let Steph decide on that, and maybe we'll throw a little bit more of a bonus. But tag me, Mr. Ivan Flores, and we're gonna send you a nice little gift. The first 5, and also the margarita and the food is going to be on me. So I'll take care of those 5 people.
Definitely.
And then where can people follow you on social media? And if they want to reach out to you and they want to find out about your course coming out, where is your favorite place for people to contact you?
My Instagram, I got Instagram, TikTok, but Instagram's preferred, at Mr. Ivan Flores.
And then you have your business pages too?
I also have my business pages at Taco Masa Cantina, at the Buffalo Spot, at Blue Burro, and then at Mighty Birds, Eat Mighty Birds.
And one thing that we'll talk about it next time, Ivan, is you've also, like, if you're watching this and you're in the restaurant industry, he's found a really clever way of growing his business pages, which I was really I was impressed by it. So your business pages you have a lot of followers there, and you've done everything fast, because 9 years for a restaurant, and with the revenue you're doing, it's very impressive. And then your pages, you've grown them, you've gotten a lot, you've attracted a lot of celebrities to go there. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the next, I think, couple of years. It's gonna be huge. So Ivan, thank you for being here, and you shared a powerful message with everybody here. And if you guys want to follow him, Mr. Ivan Flores, and be one of those first 5. And I'm gonna get your food, and I'm gonna send you a nice little gift. Thank you, Ivan.
Thank you, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Guys, if you made it this far, I have an exclusive mastermind that I want you to join. Go to drivenacademy.com and subscribe to my exclusive mastermind, where we're gonna meet in person every month at my workshop, and you get more perks. All you gotta do is go to the link below and sign up. I'll see you there.